Black liquid oozed down the statue's eyes. The sob got louder as the black liquid pooled under the statue's feet. Arshem? Arshem? I mean, I'd be right there with you. Oh, did he faint? Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir du Vide, and today I want to play some more Bewitching Sinners. From what I remembered from the last video, we told Arshem the truth about the real Palmier and that I'm technically from another world. I'm too happy about both being betrayed by me and the real Palmier, so he kinda stopped talking to us for a hot minute. And now it's the Jellyfish Festival that's been being talked about throughout most of the game. And now suddenly Arshem is talking to us again. Oh, and Palmier? My sister! A high-pitched screech cut Arshem off, one that you could easily recognize as your sister's. Was that Fia? I think so. Two male students you recognized from the choir club walked past you. You couldn't help but overhear their conversation. Man, Tatum must have snapped, huh? Just because Fia's an understudy? Chicks, man, never really understand what they're thinking. I know, right? And she's not the only crazy one tonight. Did you see Ajax beating the crap out of that witch? That Leol kid, right? Yeah. Heard the bastard actually believes someone asked him to the dance, the fool. Oh! Everyone is going to get a black eye via me. Oh! It's one thing to put your hands on my sister. It's another thing to put your hands on Leol. Dang it, I knew something was suspicious. Oh no! Don't make me choose between those two. Leol. Arshem probably said, "My baby!" What the fluff? Without hesitation, Arshem grabbed the students by the collar. Where's Ajax? Huh? Oh, it's you. Is the witch your boyfriend or something? Typical. A half-breed mingling with his own kind. And what are you gonna do if I didn't say anything, Arshem? Curse me as you did Ajax's dad? Bet your mom used a love potion on your stepdad, too. That or she must have some magical legs. Hey, his mom probably has amazing gam-gams. Arshem knocked him out before the douche could get another syllable out. Good thing, too. You're about to just do the same. The other student seemed to quiver at the sight, his complexion paling ever so slightly. You've got two angry, parental figures here. Where's my sister? Where's Leol? Talk! I saw him by the docks, under the bridge. Don't hit me. Hit him again. Arshem headbutted at him instead. The man was knocked out in an instant. You should check on Fia. Quill should still be with her. I'll take care of Ajax. All right. Only because Leol is going to be safe in your hands. I'm going to my sister. Thanks. Make sure your baby son boyfriend is okay, and I will make sure my baby daughter's sister is okay. You spotted your sister sitting on the cobblestone floor, with her whole outfit drenched in blood. Oh! Fia! Oh! All right, Tatum. Time to die. You rushed to Fia's side. Quill was doing his best to wipe the blood off your sister's face with his blouse. Fia, what happened? Where are they? Palmier, I can't believe someone... You could hear Fia holding back tears as she tried to remove the blood. Your heart still couldn't help but break a little at the sight. It's in her hair. Someone just ran past and splashed a bucket of blood on her. Did you see who? No, they ran through the crowd. My dress! My hair! Why would anyone do this? We'll find the a-hole who did this. and beat them to within an inch of their life.
As an expert, I feel qualified to say that whoever did this should pay dearly for his crime! He should pay dearly for his crime! He should pay! 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 He must pay!
We will beat them until we get expelled. Other than that, you're not hurt, are you?
No, but my dress.
Would you be mad if I said it's an improvement?
I'm not in the mood for your sass, Quill.
My bad. Just trying to lighten things up, love. Look, what's done is done. Let's get you cleaned up, yeah? No, it is not done until we get revenge until people pay. They shall pay dearly for their crimes.
You wouldn't dare set this up, would you, Quill?
You weren't involved in any of this, were you? Fia, if I wanted to mess with you, I'd do it in style. You know humiliation isn't one of my kinks. I hate you like a sister, but I also love you like one. I wouldn't dare hurt you like this. Now, come on. Let's get you cleaned up.
Oh. Bathroom's all yours. Feel better? Cleaner, but I still feel like crap.
You were still in your festival outfit. Fia didn't want to shower in her own room for some reason. You were grateful Lial hadn't returned to the room yet. You didn't think that you could explain all this crap properly. Even if it was a boy as sweet and understanding as Lial. With her hair still damp from the shower, Fia plopped onto your bed. She lay down, looking up at the ceiling. Her eyebrows creased as she seemed to be in deep thought about something.
Want me to brush your hair, baby? Not tonight. Just lie here with me. I haven't bathed. But you're clean. That's good enough, right?
You let your head fall back on the pillow, staring up to the ceiling right next to her, mimicking her position.
Can I sleep here with you tonight? I don't want to be alone.
You have your roommate, though.
That's different, and you know it. Come on. You sneak into my bed whenever you have those weird nightmares.
All right, but just so you know, Lial snores.
And you don't? But thanks for the warning, I guess. Not that it matters. I doubt I can get any sleep after this crappy day.
I know you're too old for it, but would a lullaby help?
Ha, that's sweet, but not tonight, Grumbles. I just need to...
A tear ran down her cheek. You wiped it away with your thumb. You wait for her to collect herself.
I spent hours on that flower garland, and now it's all drenched in blood. For what? I didn't even do anything. I was just having fun, acting my age for a change. Everyone tries to stab you in the back here. I hate it. I mean, I have my issues, sure, but I'm a biscuit, and there are lines I wouldn't cross. Ruining one day a girl dresses up and feels pretty is one of them.
Her eyes started to water as she said so, holding back tears as her nose started to run. Your heart couldn't help but clench at the sight.
Oh, Fia.
Now, it probably would be a good sisterly, responsible adult thing of me to say, "You're pretty to me," but no, we'll get our revenge. Someone will pay dearly. They won't get away with this. I swear I'll find the ones responsible and make them pay. Fia wiped away her tears, smiling mirthfully as she did so. The pang in your heart eased a little as you hoped to bring an actual smile to her face soon.
I know. That's what I love about you. You're a villain.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course it is. A hero would sacrifice me to save the world, but a villain would burn the world down for me.
Wait, am I a villain? Fia adjusted her position. no longer laying down on the bed, but now fluffing up the pillows and making herself snug under the blanket. She curled into a cocoon, hoarding the entire blanket like the world's greatest treasure. A habit you often saw in your own sister back when she snuck into your room, begging you to protect her from the nightmares.
Oh, good night.
Night. Is Lial okay? As you walked towards the bathroom, you couldn't help but ponder about your sister's words. You had to admit that your doppelganger was perhaps really more suited to be a villain. Question was, for which side? You washed up and went to bed. Where's Lial? Where's Lial? Actually, maybe he's sleeping in Arshem's room. Arshem doesn't have a roommate, so yeah, he's probably there.
Fia, wake up. We overslept. We'll miss breakfast. 5 more minutes. Also, it's a Sunday and I only have night classes on weekends.
As she said that, she curled back into a cocoon in the blankets. You knew full well that it wouldn't be 5 minutes. You or Fia had trouble getting up early, too.
Hey, come on now.
As you tried to shake her awake, you noticed that something, or more like someone, was missing from your room. Mainly the tall, buff man you called a roommate.
Huh. Come to think of it, did Lial come back to the room last night?
You hope nothing bad happened to him, given what you overheard with Arshem last night.
I better check in with those two later.
Oh. Before you could finish your thoughts, Ms. Vilkova strode into the room. No knock or anything. Madam! She simply waltzed in as if she owned the place, chin up high as usual. Palmier Baker?
Huh? What the... Ms. Vilkova?
Oh, and Fia is here too. Good, that will speed this up. Did we find out who did this to my sister? The principal requires both of your presence. Come now.
Why?
I said come.
Okay.
It's urgent.
Okay.
Arshem?
Lial? What are you doing here?
Same reason for you two to be called, I suppose. Principal wanted to know where we were last night. Lial here got into quite the scuffle last night. Is the baby hurt? Is the 7-foot, muscular, adorable baby hurt in any way, shape, or form?
What? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Mr. Arshem intervened before anything serious happened.
What do you guys mean by...
Enough dawdling. In you go. Holy cow. I'm talking about the room. That room is impressive. Miss Vilkova ushered you and Fia into the principal's office before you could ask for more details. Ah, the Baker siblings. Thank you for coming.
It's not like we had a choice, sir. Fia.
No, I guess you didn't, little ones. Since you're so forward, I suppose I should do the same in kind. Ms. Tatum, Mr. Locke, and Mr. Hampshire were found beaten and drained of blood early this morning.
Oh.
Wait,
what? Ooh.
Oh no, was it Thane? All 3 had severe cuts on their necks and nearly bled to death. It's a miracle they survived. No small thanks to the townsfolk. Witnesses said they found them lying there in a pool of their own blood at 2 a.m. Might I ask what you two were doing at that hour, as no one seemed to have remembered you anywhere near the festival?
She was with me. Why exactly are you asking? You think we had something to do with this?
Afraid so, little one. I'm well aware of the animosity between you and Tatum. In fact, I have other students reporting that she was the one behind your dress incident last night.
So what? You think I would retaliate immediately with blood still dripping from my hair and down to my eyes?
So, you would have gotten a revenge. Or you were thinking of it, at least. Yes, we were.
Of course I would have gotten my revenge. What do you take me for? A respectable young lady?
That's my sister. So proud of you.
However, sir, there's something I care about more than revenge, and that's my hair. I didn't touch Tatum or her goons. My sister can vouch for that.
Your sister is far from a reliable witness. In fact, who's to say that she didn't avenge you in your place? I didn't do it. Will they be okay, or you can use truth potions on me? Yeah. Test me. Go ahead.
Huh? No way. You are not agreeing to a truth serum. You're deadly allergic to those for Cora's sake.
I am? Ah, yes. I remember that incident in your first year. Terrible, really.
And highly convenient. Is that all, sir? I mean, it's clear to me that you're just grasping at straws at this moment. Probably since you can't ask Tatum herself?
No. Unfortunately, Miss Tatum and her friends are still unconscious.
Thought so. Look, Tatum and I don't get along, sure. But that's more her problem than mine. Karma's a biscuit, and she got what was coming. That's all. Fia.
Proud of you.
What?
I mean, she's not wrong, but her statement doesn't exactly make her look good either.
Anyway, we're done here, right? So...
Palmier is dismissed, yes. You, however, young lady, could use a lesson in manners. Miss Vilkova and I are happy to provide. Perhaps a quick lesson in our Academy's core values is needed before you attend your morning classes.
What?
Sit, Fia, please. The more you talk, the more this will draw out.
Want me to stay?
Fia smiled at you fondly, but even she raised an eyebrow at that suggestion.
Go. I'm used to this, Grumbles. Okay. Bye, Fia. Bye.
No, I want to stay. Done with your interrogation?
Arshem.
Arshem greeted you by the door, his back leaning on the wall across from you. I was waiting for you. What did he want? Where's Fia?
Still inside. It's complicated.
Explain to me over breakfast?
Sure. Just us two?
No. I believe apologies are in order. To Red, at least. And Quill, too, I suppose. But only if he apologizes first.
Good luck with that.
You're right. I've better luck waiting for pigs to fly. Still, I do miss them. Help me break the ice?
Gladly.
Oh, but let's get out of these uniforms first. I'd hate to spend the weekend in these.
Cute.
The table was heavy with anticipation, as Quill and Thane both stared impatiently at Arshem. Their eyes were so focused that it seemed like they froze Arshem in place, not knowing what to say. It didn't help that they were staring at him with their heads in their hands, like they were posing for some freaking glamour shots. Arshem's ears were beet red, the blush creeping on his face from all the unwanted attention. Let me start talking. I'm not gonna leave my boy hanging like that.
So...
I am so sorry. Quill started bowing profusely, shaking Arshem's hand before pulling him into a hug. Aww. I really didn't mean to lie to you or Red. It's just that I really fluffed up, and I was afraid how you two would react, so... There. Though, if you don't remove yourself from me in 5 seconds, I will recant my apology. I have a reputation to uphold, you know. Quill pulled himself away from Arshem, rubbing away his tears as he did so. Can I still get a hug? I mean, compared to these two, I did nothing wrong, and yet you blew me off anyway. Sorry. Arshem patted Thane's shoulder with a firm hand. Thane took Arshem in his own arms and pulled him into a tight bear hug. He lifted Arshem off the ground once or twice. Arshem managed to keep the pets going somehow. It seems we have some two crappy friends, don't we, Red? You can say that again. Still, we're gonna bust our butts off trying to save Palmier and cover Quill's guilty buns, aren't we? Seems so. I love you guys. And for once, you felt out of place. You'd been pretending to be their Palmier for a while now that you forgot you were an outsider. A new addition to their long and quirky friendship. You almost wanted to flee and find Fia, but Quill seemed to notice your discomfort and draped his arms over your shoulders. And you too, Palmier. You hopeless fool. It's a miracle you haven't died yet. Still, I'm forever grateful for your compliance. If only you'd let me show you my appreciation in a more intimate setting.
Aw, everyone's so happy.
You took it back. Fluff these weirdos. Go ahead and try, Virgin. As you whispered those words, Quill stepped back gingerly. He was careful not to push your buttons, if anything. By the way, what's the game plan for Operation Buddy? Is that what we're calling it? I wanted to call it Operation Sleeping Beauty, but then Quill said he's the prettiest one in our group. Oh, come now, Quill. We both know that's not true. One can dream. But I am the prettiest. I don't know. Arshem's pretty. Yeah, Quill's. I'll give Quill that. He's pretty. I guess so. Yeah, he's pretty. He's pretty handsome. I think you're handsome, Quill. See? Guess both you and our Palmier have crappy tastes in men. Hey, it's true, ain't it? Quite. Now moving on, how do we save our darling Palmier? Don't tell me you have no plan. Okay, I won't. I'm simply stalling time while our friend's wasting away and might or might not have a brain condition after they wake up. But... So, you haven't tracked any of the other witches? No, and I had no luck with Dietrich either. The greedy bastard seems more interested in his club now. That prick. Oh, did he leave us behind? Oh. Well, fine. We need to bribe him with more money. But I guess Riley's safe, so there's that. Well, I might have a lead, actually. Do you? There's this witch I'd been seeing, donned in all black. She said something about a tomb where humans and witches tried to be gods. The interior of the place was all white limestone, and it seemed like the inside of an underground church, flooded with water. Any ideas? A flooded church, you say? Is that the place that's under the fountain near the church? The Church of Water and Vice? That's all black. Question. Were there any thrones inside? Thrones? No, just a pillar in the center, holding up a crown. That eliminates Rayhold Tower. And you're sure the water was just regular old water, not blood, right? Blood? No, it was clear. Water, holy water, or seawater maybe. I'm not sure. Well, then at least it's not Alexi's lair. That would have been a big nope from me. His lair is surrounded by a pool of blood? 4, all surrounding his bed. Ugh, how gaudy. Actually, while we're talking about blood, Thane, what happened to you last night? So, before we get started on that, the pretty lady that we met last time, she turned the guy, the groom, the cheating groom that we see at the beginning, who got turned into a flower, she turned him into a jellyfish. The jellyfish, I guess, are the released souls, the released cursed souls, and Leol said something about, like, his grandmother, and liking the jellyfish that come out of the water, so my guess is that this lady might somehow be related to Leol, or at least be someone that he knows about. Let's see if I'm right. Or wrong. But also, what, Thane? What were you doing last night after we were dancing? What? What do you mean?
About your blood problem.
Wait, are you talking about what happened to Tatum?
You know about that?
The whole school knows. No small thanks to our chatterbox librarian.
Course.
I didn't do it if that's what you're trying to say. There were a few other vamps that night. Any of them could have done it.
Wait, so do you think it was a vamp?
No comment. Anyway, shouldn't we focus on Palmier? Thane? You're dodging the question, Thane! Actually, I might have an idea on what Palmier's talking about. Or, at least, who can point us in the right direction. You said where humans try to be gods, correct?
Yeah?
Hedwyn.
Yeah. What?
I've heard that phrase before. It was from Miss Hedwyn. She said this school was either blessed or cursed. It might have risen from the ashes of a god, or the murder of one.
I actually talked about that with Miss Hedwyn before. She said it was just what she'd heard, and that she didn't know if there was anything under the school.
There's something totally under the school.
Secret room!
Did she tell you that under the compulsion of a truth serum?
Well, no, but hey, you're not drugging our teacher just for answers.
Fine, I won't. Quill, you do it. On it.
Oi!
Come on, guys. I'm with Palmier on this one. Besides, Hedwyn's not exactly the most reliable source of intel around. You have to admit, some of the things she says are a bit... Yes, we are all aware of Miss Hedwyn's
eccentricities.
But some things she says do have a touch of history and science behind them.
Do they?
This could be one of them.
Oh no, and she's a drinky drunk. He's probably gonna put something in her drink.
I'll research the library for more info. So, all we can do is ask around and do research? That's kind of lame. I mean, we nearly got wiped out by a witch last week. That's not enough action for you, Red? Yeah, well, but you and I were knocked out. Arshem and Palmier were the ones dueling it out. I thought at least it would be something more, I don't know, exciting. If you're that much of a thrill seeker, I know something that will scratch that itch. For course sake, Quill, we told you, a gangbang isn't... I meant we could take on a quest. I'm not horny 24/7. Thank you very much. I'm not a rabbit.
You sure about that?
Have you guys not seen the Ghost Quest?
Ghost? Quest? The what now? Don't tell me you have ghosts too.
Nope, but that's the thing. Some kids in the dorms have been seeing the core statues in our rooms bleed. They said it would only happen around 3 a.m. and after you've said Angela Vistera 3 times. What is it with demonic presences and their obsession with the number 3?
In my world, 3 a.m. is called the witching hour. Maybe it's a witch. What does what's it called mean?
Blood of thine angel. Seems fun. Want to check it out? Why should we? It's such a waste of time. Are you sure you're not just scared, Arshem? That's...
What? Are you terrified of ghosts, Arshem?
I've faced feral werewolves and fearsome witches. Don't be ridiculous.
Then let's check it out.
Your room is free, after all. No. If you do that, then the ghosts will...
Oh, so he is scared.
Come on, man, it'll be fun. Besides, I'm sure it's nothing. Think of it as a way to make it up to me. 'Cause you know I didn't deserve all the crap you gave Quill and Palmier. Fine. Fabulous. Then we'll meet at 3 a.m. in Arshem's room. Why did I reconcile with you two again? Terrible people flock together, Arshem. Afraid you're stuck with this dude. Thane slapped Arshem's forearm, encircling his neck into a firm, yet awkward hug. Despite his scoffing, you could see the corners of Arshem's mouth tugging into a faint smile. You love us, Arshem. You love our ragtag crew of misfits. Quill patted his hair, and the smile grew even wider. Aww. You wondered if you would really see a ghost tonight. Oh, we can go to the town now. Hey, how is that, bookstore girl doing?
Welcome. Anything I can do for you?
There are some... Ooh, truth tonic recipe. Yeah, I think... Didn't we need the sleepless night recipe? Yeah. What else? What else? Living Dead recipe? Why is that so cheap? I'm gonna get that too. Let's see. Florist? Is that where the cool werewolf guy is? Thanks again for the help, mate. Now, is there anything you need?
Nothing. Just curious. How did Nina take your rejection?
Not good, but not bad. I got that sour smell again from her, but I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, good to know. Bye.
Bye. Come again.
I wanted to buy some flowers.
Mary's Bar?
Meow meow.
Where's Meow Meow?
Oh, good day, Wiggles. You let cats in? I love cats, and one of my patrons, a blonde vamp, really likes them.
Blonde vamp?
Did she wear a white parka-like uniform?
Oh yeah, is that Miss Volkoshva?
Oh, yes, the Blood Knight's uniform from Vortek. Nearly gave me a heart attack when I saw her in that. Fairies and vampires don't exactly have the best history together. I was going to deny her entry, but her boyfriend turned out to be Mr. Kepler.
Her boyfriend is the fairy guy? Oh, that's so cute!
You know Mr. Kepler?
Yeah, you remember him. He's the guy with the scary deer antlers in the library. You scared me, sir!
Mr. Kepler and I are both from Belial. We used to serve in Dalha together against the Blood Knights.
Oh,
It's been 30 years since then, though. It's nice to see them let bygones be bygones, though my family in the mainland would probably disagree. Still fresh from the vampire wars as they are. Anyway, though, as I said, the woman loves cats. She'll even pay you a good amount of gold for pictures of them.
Interesting.
Of course, the cats around here won't just let anyone take a pic. You need to bribe them with certain types of fish to get a good photo. Every cat has their own favorite fish. Why don't you hunt them down and take a pic? I'm sure that woman, Vilkova? Well, whoever she is, I'm sure she'll reward you for the kind gesture. Excuse me, waiter. Oh, please excuse me, hun. I have others to attend to.
Interesting. Did I go to the clothes shop? Leo! Are you okay?
Palmier. Oh, hi, Leal. You working today?
Just got off the clock, actually. I could hang out, but I'll see you later, Pookie. Catch you later. As long as he's okay. What's in the town square?
You saw a couple of cats lounging around. As you were just about to snap a pic, they started to run with their tails between their legs. One cat, however, seemed to have sniffed out your clownfish and was still close enough for you to take a pic. You gave it your clownfish as a reward for it being so calm and photogenic.
Cafe? Did we go to the cafe? Fairy hair. It needs fairy hair. An eccentric man could be seen talking to himself. Fairy hair. If I have just some fairy hair, I can fix the ink shortage. A raven stag's hair would work best, but where can I find one? Where am I gonna find fairy hair? Oh, hey, buddy. I need to come here and make, what do I need to make? I don't know.
Arshem, what are you doing here all alone?
Oh, hello, Palmier. Just studying up on things. I'm afraid to admit I've been behind on my studies due to my little tantrum.
You mean your emo fest?
I prefer the term contemplating in peace.
Uh-huh. Do you need a breather? Your frown lines are even deeper than usual.
Well, I suppose a break is necessary. What do you exactly have in mind?
Well, I was hoping you'd have some ideas. I'm just a tourist after all.
I see. There is one spot we can go.
Ooh.
I didn't want to hang out with anybody, but I'll definitely hang out with Arshem.
Whoa! Now that's what I call a view.
Stunning, isn't it?
Arshem took you to Thane, right up to the top of the hills, near an abandoned church.
The nuns let us roam freely in this village. No permission slip required. I believe they used to visit this church. I used to wonder who would even consider building a church in such a secluded area. Perhaps a noble with too much coin around. It's a beautiful structure. Shame that its former glory is now swallowed by time.
Why is it abandoned?
The villagers here don't believe in witches, even the ones elevated to godhood, like Kor. However, it's still a nice place to clear one's head. The silence is quite comforting. Though sometimes I do hear singing coming from the woods.
Singing?
Yes, a man's voice. Nothing of much talent, but somehow I can't help but seek it out. It may be a lost siren.
Sirens? How do you know that?
I'm used to their pull. I befriended younger sirens back when my mother and I lived on the streets. They would bring us bread and fruit sometimes.
Oh. Wait, what? I thought your mother married into a rich family.
She did, but not until I was 6. Before then, we were either making the best of it in the brothels or roughing it out in the streets. My mother's clients weren't exactly fond of me, and I would often get us kicked out.
Oh. Kicked out?
I couldn't stand the way my mother was treated. Sometimes I would bite her clients and scare them away. Luckily, my mother eventually met my stepfather. Lovely man, though a bit dull. He treats my mother like a queen, and I like his actual son.
Oh.
It's a bit embarrassing, actually. Sometimes he calls me young prince, and he practically worships the ground my mother walks on.
That sounds nice.
It is, but I don't want to depend on him. What if my mother loses his favor, or passes away? I'm not sure if his love would extend to me then.
I guess that's why he works so hard on his image and earning favors. I mean, that might happen. I want to say it won't, but knowing this world's moral standards...
I appreciate the honesty. Regardless, even if my stepfather stays by my side, I don't want to burden him. Yes, Palmier was the main reason why I tried so hard to get ahead in life, but there are other factors too.
Sounds complicated. Have you ever thought about, I don't know, turning off your brain? Like, just enjoy the moment, not caring about your future or imagined what-ifs. What do you want to be if you don't care about money, prestige, and all that jazz?
Don't laugh, but I wanted to be a florist.
A florist?
Yes, I know it's very stereotypical, isn't it? A fairy being surrounded by flowers and pretty things.
If you could turn into a tiny fairy, that would have been perfect. You could collect their honey like a little bee.
Only pureblood fairies can change their size. Also, don't tease me. I'm being honest here. I do love flowers. That's why Leol and I get along so well. I mean, fellow halflings aside. He's also a good gardener, and he knows a lot about plants. Another career to consider would probably be a potion master. Though looking at Erwin, I'm starting to have doubts of the prospects.
Oh, you know Erwin too?
Yes, I know he's looking for a plant here to cure his mutism. I try to talk to him sometimes when he roams around these parts. Talk as in he writes on his pad and I read its contents. Apparently he had a potion store in Castry, but the stress got to him and he fled. That's why he does puppetry here on the side. Interesting man. Very pretty eyes. I would have mistaken him for a siren. But mute sirens are impossible.
What if he's a halfling?
No, his eyes are too vibrant for that. He's something else. Maybe a witch. But I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Aw, I hope he's not a witch.
Anyway, enough talk about some men I barely know. That's hardly appropriate for a date.
This is a date?
It's not?
It's a crappy one. No, yeah, but... I guess I expected you to take me to dinner or something.
Oh, trust me, I came prepared. Arshem pulled out a large picnic basket from one of his runes. Summoning rune. Good for hiding surprises like this. Care for a picnic? You looked into the basket and saw all your favorite dishes, surprised that he knew what you liked. You and your doppelganger did share similar taste buds.
Oh, wait, is that wine?
Non-alcoholic cider.
Then it's perfect.
I aim to please.
Oh, Arshem, stop trying to take me away from Thane. Come on now, you're messing up my route.
You spend the rest of the day eating and drinking with Arshem.
Aww.
When nightfall came, the two of you leaned back and watched the stars. With your heart and stomach full, he walked you to your room.
Dang it, I wanted to look around some more.
I still don't have any clues on my diary, so yeah, let's rest. When you walked in, Leol was already fast asleep.
Where is my sister?
You tried to make as little noise as possible before crashing to bed.
Where's Fia?
You woke up around 2:30 a.m. and made sure to move very slowly, not wanting to wake up Leol. Uh-oh. However, to your surprise, he was already awake, staring at you across your bed. Palmier?
Oh, Leol. Did I wake you?
No. Nothing like that. You're heading out to Arshem's room later, right?
Oh, how did you know about that?
Arshem wanted me to come along. Told me to gear up in my uniform just in case.
In case of what exactly?
Honestly, I'm not too sure, but he said it'd make good protection.
Protection?
I'm just as confused as you are, but I didn't have the heart to say no.
I see. Well, the more the merrier. Come on, then.
As you and Leol headed into Arshem's room, you were greeted by Quill and Arshem, Thane still nowhere in sight.
Where's Thane?
Perhaps he's still asleep. Well, better not disturb him. Let's all head back to our rooms and... Nice try, babe. There's still half an hour or so until 3. He'll show up.
Honestly, I didn't think you were the type to fear ghosts, Arshem.
I told you, I'm not. By the way, Leol, right? Heard Arshem got you pulled into all this. Can I just say that I've never seen such rippling pectorals? Tell me, have you ever been with another man before? If not, I'd be happy to tutor you.
Yeah, right.
Huh? What? Quill. Heal.
Don't mind Quill, y'all. He barks more than he bites. Where is Thane, anyway? Should we wake him up?
Sorry I'm late.
Right on cue, Thane bursts into the room with some bloodstains speckled on his uniform.
Hmm?
You noticed that his eyes still had a reddish hue around them. Has he been feeding?
Where were you? Hunting rats, you know the drill. Ew, is that rat juice on your shirt? Stay 5 feet away from me, you heathen. Oh, sorry about that.
He wiped the blood off with his gloves, licking the excess. That's so unsanitary. Is he that hungry?
Oh, Thane. I hope this isn't gonna come back and bite us in the neck. Literally.
Before you could ask, Thane cut you off.
So, wanna give it a try? It's not 3 yet.
It's close enough. Why are you in a rush?
Oh, just tired is all. Haven't slept with all the hunting I did tonight. Well, I would like to get this evening over with too, so... Lial, you do it.
Huh? Arshem stepped back behind Lial, his frame completely engulfed behind Lial's large build.
You're half witch. That must make you less prone to attacks. If this ghost really is a witch, I mean. Hey, don't hog Lial all to yourself. I want to be protected by a big strong man too.
Quill clung to Lial's forearm, wrapping around him like a body pillow. Seeing Lial flustered, you decided to... Let's hug him too. Everybody hugs Lial. Liking the red staining on his cheeks, you grabbed his free arm and wrapped your arms around it. Lial was getting more flustered as both of his arms were entangled, and Arshem leaned his head into his broad back.
What?
We're all friends here, Lial.
Oh, for course sake. I've no time for this. Angela Vistera.
Ooh. Nothing happened at first. However, Arshem clung harder to Lial, just in case. Oh, is something spooky about to happen?
Angela Vistera.
Soft sobs could now be heard. A shiver ran down your spine as you were unprepared for the sound. What the?
Oh, Core. Wait, Mr. Arshem, you're pulling too tight. Angela Vistera.
Oh.
Black liquid oozed down the statue's eyes. The sob got louder as the black liquid pooled under the statue's feet. Holy crap! Is that ink?
Thane and Quill seemed to have taken interest in the odd liquid. They walked closer to the statue, and Quill was going as far as to swab a sample with his handkerchief. Both seemed unfazed by the event. Arshem, however, was totally dazed. His eyes froze, unblinking at the sight. Arshem? Arshem?
I mean, I'd be right there with you.
Oh, did he faint? Oh! Without warning, Arshem passed out on the floor. Oh! His head hitting the marble with a loud thud.
Mr. Arshem! Oh, he's more of a wuss than I thought. I kind of feel bad now. Think he'll be okay?
Hopefully he doesn't have a concussion.
He'll live.
So I could say, you two are so nonchalant, or, what's with the sample, Quill, or, where were you, Thane? Yeah, Thane, I'm kind of worried about you. Where were you? What were you doing?
Oh, downstairs, like I said, hunting mice.
That little sweat drop on your face says otherwise. Alone?
Vilkova is busy tonight. Couldn't find her in her room.
So you don't have any witnesses?
Buddy, if you need blood, I will buy you blood. Probably having dalliances with Mr. Kepler. I'm pretty sure that they're an item. Her and Kepler? Yeah, I can see it. Is now the right time to talk about that? Shouldn't we be taking him to the infirmary? Just leave him on the bed. He'll be fine. Just shock, really. He'll be fine.
You two are horrible friends.
Still, Liel carried Arshem to the bed. He pat the pillow and tucked Arshem in gently.
Aw.
At least Liel has a heart. I think if I stay here for too long, I might be as jaded as these two bastards. Not when my sister's around. Anyway, that was fun. So I guess the rumors were true after all.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
Does it matter? I mean, there's a lot of weird crap in this school. Anyway... I'm tired. So, I've gotta go. Thane left the room in a hurry, slamming the door as he did so. Is it just me, or was his yawn fake as fluff? Well, my yawn was real. It's just you. Paranoia, probably. Quill pulled out a small empty vial from his pocket and collected more of the statue's dark liquid. What are you doing? Research. I kept thinking back on what Penna said about my family not being as truthful as they seem.
Is that why you wanted witch blood?
Yes. Actually, Mr. Quill, I was wondering about that. Will my blood do, since I'm a halfling? Oh, are you offering? Yes. Liel, you're too pure for this world. I'll compensate you nicely for your cooperation, but frankly, what I need most is pure blood witch blood. Hence why I have high hopes for you, Palmier. Where would she find a pure blood?
That's what I've been asking.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find a way. Meanwhile, Liel, would you come with me to the bathroom? I need to prick you a bit, and I don't want the blood to splatter everywhere. Just us two? Now, Quill, you behave yourself. Don't worry, I'll keep my hands to myself, unless you changed your mind about me educating you. Has anyone told you that you're a bit of a creep? As he said that, Liel covered his chest demurely. You couldn't help but guffaw at that. Quill's face was becoming red, as he wasn't prepared for such a comment. Yeah, you're being a bit of a creep, Quill. My apologies. I won't touch you that way, or make any more comments. Now, can I please get a sample of your blood? I'll pay 100 gold for it. 150. Good on you, Liel. 125. Deal.
I'll leave you guys to it then. The sight of blood makes me squeamish. Don't worry, Liel. If you're not back in our room in 20 minutes, I'll go ahead and throw a search party.
Rude. Thanks. Ah! What? Who has grabbed me? As soon as you exited Arshem's room, fat fingers dug into your shoulders, and a rough shove pinned you to the wall. Who dares? Who dares? Ow! What the fluff? Where's Thane? Who is this Winston?
What? Who the fluff are you?
How dare you grab me? How dare you? Doesn't matter. Where's Thane?
What's it to you?
Don't you wonder how Tatum and all her friends got their bloods drained?
They got cut.
On the wrist and neck? Convenient, right? It's a vampire attack, I tell you. You're a vampire, to be precise. Hey, is this the guy who doesn't like vampires? Do I gotta turn him in to the librarian? Do you have any proof of that, or you're just shooting blanks? Oh, don't play dumb. I saw how he licked the blood off his fingers in the cafeteria. And his eyes, they're even redder than usual. He's lost it, I tell you. None of us are safe anymore. I will cover for my boo.
If he was behind Tatum, he wouldn't be hunting out rats just now. Besides, there are other suspects, you know. If it were Thane, there would have been bite marks.
But that would have been obvious, wouldn't it? He could have just scratched their neck and sucked out the excess blood.
Man, that's true. Thane's not smart enough for that.
If you believe he's incapable simply because of his low grades, then you're more of a fool than he is. Hey, don't you call my fool a fool. That's my fool.
Winston released you from his grasp with another crude shove. He turned on his heels and headed towards the dorm entrance.
One of these days, the beast inside him will slip up, and I'll be ready for him. You'll see.
He left the dorms in a hurry, slamming the door shut. Crazy bastard.
How dare you? What quest? What quest? What? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought I actually had to go, hunting. Hey, Mr. Kepler, I think we need to pay you a visit.
You submitted your statement to Mr. Kepler and hoped that he'd punish him accordingly, preferably with an expulsion.
Don't you hurt my Thane! Although I am very worried about him.
You went back to your room, Liel coming in a few minutes after. He seemed to notice your scuffle and asked what happened to your jacket, but you brushed him off, not wanting him to worry. All you wanted for the night was a good night's sleep, and hopefully it was a luxury you could afford this time.
Not no handsome, big-chested witches invading my dreams.
For once, you and Liel were able to get some decent sleep. You two walked to the cafeteria together. You also managed to convince him to join you and the guys for breakfast together.
Oh!
You got plentiful stares as Liel sat next to you and Arshem, but Quill quickly took the attention away by making some obscene mouth gestures.
Quill! Calm down!
Arshem shook his head, seemingly annoyed with it all.
Should I move? Nonsense. Let the others talk. They're jealous, Liel. It's not often for us to welcome others into our little quartet. Still, I am younger than all of you. I should be sitting with my peers. And let them bully you? Stay. I insist. Korn knows I owe you after my embarrassing behavior last night.
You could have just admitted you were scared crapless, Arshem. Would have been less dramatic.
But wasn't the drama the highlight of it all? You guys are funny, but still, I think I should go and join my peers. Thanks.
Liel got up from the table and left.
Okay, but if they bully you, you'll come right back here, baby.
Wait, Liel. Before you could defuse the situation, the principal tapped his wineglass, calling for the students' attention. The students immediately quieted down, following his command.
Students, I'm afraid I have a grievous announcement to make. One of your peers, Winston Health, was found unconscious this morning with his throat and wrists slit. The same injuries as found on Miss Tatum, Mr. Locke, and Mr. Hampshire 2 nights ago.
The students started talking amongst themselves at that, clearly perturbed by the idea of some sort of serial killer. Though I suppose you couldn't call it a serial killer when no one was found dead.
Yet. To ensure your safety, the school will now place a mandatory curfew. All of you are expected to be back in your dorm rooms by 8 p.m. Teachers will do a regular checkup every 6 hours or so, entering the room if need be. We realize how invasive this procedure is. However, until the culprit has been caught, it is best to take necessary precautions. If any of you have complaints, please refrain for now and head to my office if you absolutely have to voice it. That is all. Isn't there a mission that, I need to do in his office?
A roar of heated arguments could be heard from the students.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Mostly lamenting the lack of privacy. You definitely could emphasize with their frustration, but more importantly, you were more worried about Thane. Thane, who Winston hated with all his being. Thane, who Winston was tracking down last night. Did he really go back to his own room? Or did he meet Winston and...
You know, if you have something to say, you can just say it. Did you do it, baby? Did you do it? I won't be mad at you if you did it.
Was I staring?
Right into my soul. The principal already interviewed me, if that's what you're wondering. Did he know? Did you tell him where you were? Yep, told him about your little fainting incident, too. How did he react? To you, not to Arshem, I mean. He didn't believe me at first, but Miss Vilkova covered for me, said we went mice hunting together.
Wait, didn't he say...
Thane! But you weren't with Miss Vilkova last night. You said you hunted alone. I did, but still, she thought it would be less suspicious if I stated otherwise. Not the most convincing lie. I would still be suspicious of you if I were him. Oh, he is, but he can't do much right now besides keeping an eye on me and Vilkova. Just tell us if you need anything. Our headmaster can be rather harsh when he wants to be. I know.
Wait, that's it? You two are just going to believe him?
I know it may seem jarring to you, dear, but, well, it's Thane. This man wouldn't even hurt a rabbit. Not to mention the clear lack of brain cells. Hey! If it were Thane, he would have sunk his teeth right in, leaving clear evidence of his debauchery. Vilkova, or perhaps Poppy, would have been a better suspect.
Poppy?
Werewolves are quite fearsome when angered.
She's a werewolf?
Oh yeah, didn't that Cove guy say that Miss Poppy was his sister or something?
Okay. I guess you're right.
Such confidence. I'm right here, you know.
You forced a smile, but you couldn't seem to stifle this heavy pressure in your heart. Despite his wide grin, you could sense something was truly different with Thane. An ominous difference that you'd caused. You and your blood.